And they've got it. Zadorov shoots just wide. Got a lot on that wrister. Back of the net, Geeky couldn't stop it. Florida gave it away. Pastrnak. Zadorov kept it in on the blue line. Pastrnak spins away from Forsland. Centered, fired, they score! A 3-goal barrage from the Bruins here in the third period. Pavel Zacha finds the 5-hole. Bruins 3, Panthers 2.
Are you not entertained? Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Alongside Billy Jaffe and Barry Peterson, I'm Dale Arnold. Let's get this out of the way first. The Bruins beat the Panthers tonight at TD Garden. Fans got a chance to see the game in a whole new animated way on NESN Plus. If you missed it, keep it right here after post-game at 10:30 or so for a re-air of the entire broadcast. Now the business is out of the way. That was so much fun tonight.
Who doesn't love an underdog? And we're seeing it right now. Look, the Bruins lineup, obviously so different than any of us expected it would look this season, right?
Yep.
And yet, these guys, they beat Tampa on Saturday. They come in taking on an even arguably a better team than Tampa. Not many are in the league right now. Than Florida. An 8-1 record in their last 9, just 7 goals allowed in that time. And let's be honest, guys. For 2 periods, they were the better team, even though it wasn't a huge differential. It was 1-0, but they were the better team. And then the Bruins are down 2-0. But they don't give up. They're led by their all-world player, David Pastrnak. And again, who doesn't love the attitude of an underdog? And that's why this place started rocking.
It was the loudest we've heard it all year.
Because they appreciated what the guys were doing.
Yeah, the second youngest team in the National Hockey League. You go into Tampa Bay under difficult situations on Saturday. And as Brick had said in the pregame with us, okay, you won the game. Maybe Tampa Bay didn't have their A game. Florida had their A game today. I mean, it was a good win. Come from behind. You never gave up. I was wondering in that animation that you were talking about, I wonder how that Bennett-Zadorov fight looked in animation. Because it was exciting here.
It looked real good to me right down below us here.
Ever.
And Bruins fans have wanted to see Sam Bennett get it from somebody for a couple of years now.
Boy, did he deserve it, too.
Yeah.
You know, he got it right there, and we'll show it. But, yeah, that was the perfect time for Zadorov to let him have it.
Absolutely. Well, you talked about number 88, the only guy wearing a letter on his sweater for the Bruins now, with the departure of several other guys and Charlie McAvoy being out of the lineup. And let's talk about David Pastrnak. It starts with a breakaway, penalty, power play, and everything else.
Yeah, this series of events right here. He has a breakaway going down, and we weren't sure from our angle if it was a kind of a hook or a penalty, but obviously it wasn't. And then he comes out here in net, he battles, and he draws the penalty. So now all of a sudden, okay, you got a 2-0 lead, but Pastrnak's got the building excited, building a nice play by Middlestad. He gets Pasta coming in off the offside, but a good job by Elias Lindholm winning that battle as well.
That's the key to this whole play coming up. Watch right here. Shields the puck, uses one hand to swat the puck down to Middlestad. Middlestad doesn't waste any time. But right there, that's the key to this entire play, folks, is the effort of Elias Lindholm winning that one-on-one battle. And Pastrnak knows it, and everybody does flips. Everybody. And they score a goal.
This is what it looked like on the Stemcast.
Oh, the net came off.
Look at the fans in the background. That's about as crazy as they went here, too.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Start of the game presented by Subaru of New England. Fall in love with a brand new Subaru. You take a look at the most goals since January 1st. David Pastrnak has now taken over the top spot with his 20th goal since January 1st. Also leads the NHL in points with 44 since that time as well. He's been the best player in the National Hockey League since January 1st.
Yeah, he has. And I think the other part to me that's so impressive of this is how emotional this whole weekend and the trade deadline was to him, losing his buddies. And he and Marshy have been together for a long time. And then, of course, Carlo and Coyle as well. Veterans that he was very close to. And he talked about it. But
eloquently,
he's a professional, and he put it behind him, and he led this young team by example.
Bruins, on the power play goal, you just saw Pastrnak score, started the comeback. Mm-hmm. That made it a 2-1 hockey game. And then Mason Lohrei, the 24-year-old defenseman, we've talked about his offensive skills, and we got to see him here as he tied things up.
Yeah, sure do see him. I'll try and speak clearly. Here's the battle again is along the wall. This is the effort right there. It's Lauko who creates this play, Barry, just like Lindholm did before. This is the effort of new and former Bruin Lauko. And then Lohrei's going to come in. win. The outnumberedness of the Bruins is good. 2 against 3, 3 against 2, excellent. And then right there, Lauko helps create just enough of a conundrum. It's pushed to the middle. I think it was Lohrei, and it goes right over to Lohrei, who I love how he takes the ice. Beg your pardon, it's Kulikov, not Lohrei. And then right here, he brings it to the inside, Barry, just 6 inches or so, and it goes under the pad of Bobrovsky.
And he improved that angle
Yes.
that much, right? And it gives him a better opportunity. Watch right here, Billy, how he just kind of drags it to the inside, beats Bobrovsky.
The net's gone again.
There it goes. It keeps moving. But again, it was second efforts, right? Winning some one-on-one battles down low against a really good hockey club, a young team, not being intimidated and working hard.
And we had said through 2 periods that the effort was there.
Yes.
They were working their backsides off, and they were trying, but they were playing against a deeper, better team that was also kind of implementing, not their will so much, but this their way, right? And the good news is the Bruins weren't down too many. But when they got down 2-0, you're thinking, oh no, what's going to happen here? But it was the Pastrnak play, that breakaway play that led to that penalty that got everything going. And then all of a sudden, this place was going crazy.
After the game was tied up, Pasta had a hit down in the far corner from here. Just a thundering hit. Good, clean, solid hit. And I think the Bruins continued to feed off that emotion. And then Pavel Zacha scored what proved to be the game winner.
And where does this play start? Off of a face-off win. And the Bruins, we talked about that. Beautiful. Here's a face-off win. It's kind of a face-off play, right? Pasta's going to get it back to the point. Here's a shot from Zadorov. Just kind of barely went wide. Using the back of the net to change the point of attack. There's your second effort, Barry. Again, here comes Pastrnak. Middle to high.
Oh, I thought that was offside.
Barely kept onside. The spin move, though, is the key to this play. And then Zacha not wasting any time. But again, it starts with puck possession off of the face-off. That was a common theme through 3 periods tonight.
And just watch Pasternak's path here, Billy. That right there we thought was close. Oh, man, that was almost an offside. But
Liney was right there.
As Pastrnak takes this and makes a swirl, now all of a sudden he's got one-on-one. That means they got to change up. As they leave Zacha in front, he's able to one-time it. But, boy, what a great job. Right here, one-time it. Bobrovsky thinks he has it under his pad.
Yeah, and it goes right through him. Barry, the play against Gus Forsling there, number 42, the defenseman for Florida, one of the best defensemen in the league now. Watch the animated play. Oh, we missed it. The part of it, again, the net's gone. They got a big budget for nets in the animated game.
Cannons.
They do. Yeah, here we go. But so when Pastrnak got it right there, and he spun, did you see the Forsling's stick was up here, which is rare for him? But he was thinking the Pasta was going up so much that he could bring him that way. And instead, as soon as Pastrnak felt the stick up, he spun back down the wall there, and that created space for him. And Forsling, again, Dale, one of the best defenders in the NHL.
Pavel Zacha scored the game winner in the 3rd period, and after the game spoke to Andrew Raycroft.
Pav, huge comeback from you guys. They score 5-on-3, 2-0, not getting a lot going. They're a great defensive team, but you guys showed a lot of guts at the end.
Yeah, I think that was something, we kept talking, go shift by shift and try to create something offensively by being good defensively. And I think, when you play like that every shift, you have a high chance of winning games, and I'm happy that we went our way today.
Yeah, you guys got the ball rolling offensively, and you capped it off with the game winner. Talk us through that play.
Yeah, I think it was a great play from Pasta, who kind of protected his puck there, and I knew he's looking for me coming out of the corner and just trying to get open, and he made a great play there to the middle, and I was able to score.
Season's far from over, and it's been a long week for everybody, of course, going through the deadline, losing 4 really important players and guys that you've played with the last few years. Just talk us through kind of the emotions of getting over that and getting 2 big wins, more importantly, over the last 2 games.
Yeah, it's never easy to be in that situation as a team, but it's the way how you get out of it and how we stick together. Now is what we have here as a team, and we have to keep winning. As you said, it's far away from over for us, so we have to keep winning.
Well, great job tonight. It was a lot of fun to watch. Big goal.
Thank you.
Great job, Pat.
We had another opportunity late in the game. It was interesting. Teams were skating 4-on-4. Paul Maurice is pulling his goaltender because they really need this win. And there was a play at the Boston net where Paul Reinhart, again, incensing Bruins fans, tried to poke it underneath Jeremy Swayman, and as it turns out, did.
Yeah, he did, but it was a little late and after the whistle. And of course, the crowd's going so crazy, and then they really get into it here when you get a little bit of a scrum here afterwards. But they went and reviewed it. And as our producer Sean said in our ear when he was listening to it, the whistle went first.
Yeah, the reason that Paul Maurice wanted this one looked at, first, of course, you always hope, right?
Sure.
But look, Sam Reinhart's here. He's going to just try and tuck it in. And I don't blame him, right? You play to the whistle, but the whistle does go. But also, Maurice gets an extra timeout out of this. He gets to rest his guys for the minute and a half, 2 minutes or so that they end up looking at this, whatever it was. And so I think that
but
was...
he didn't challenge the play because he'd have gotten a minor penalty for a failed challenge. The league
well, because of the time on the clock.
Right.
Under the all good goals. Yeah, my bad. But, all right, so but Maurice had asked for it, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so he ends up getting his guys to rest. Regardless, Sam Reinhart, who can score goals from everywhere, was in front. And I don't blame him for trying to poke it in, and that's the right thing. And that, to me, ends up being, you hold your breath for a second, but we all felt that it was well after the whistle.
And I think you got to play a little bit off what Pavel Zacha said to Razor down there in the interview at the end, how they were stressing team defense. That's 2 games in a row now. You go into Tampa Bay, you allow 25 shots. Here you have 28 against 2 of the best teams in all of hockey. You kept them under 30 shots. That's the way you build your momentum and your team structure.